Alright. I guess I better go ahead and start the live stream. Hey. How's it going, everybody? I'm going to go ahead and start the live stream right now. Hold on. I got it up here. I'm actually previewing it right now. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully this is going to be an interesting live stream tonight. I'm going to go ahead and discuss something like there's been some recent news, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. For those who don't know, I kind of did find out about this because I'm kind of surprised. For those who don't know, I'm going to go ahead and post the news right now because a lot of people don't realize that Yuki Kosaragi passed away due to pituitary cancer of the tissues lining inside the abdomen. Oh, it's pancreatic. Okay. So it's sad though, because for those who don't know, Yamahara's popular song, it's kind of sad though. She did perform theme songs for Goku Midnight Eye, Goku no Sunen, as well an insert song from Space Dandy. She's been a singer since the 80s, and it's kind of sad that she passed away. Because of the fact that a lot of people don't realize this, and this has been becoming a sad notion of something that happened. So it's sad to hear that this person passed away, and will be missed by a lot of fans that listened to her music since a long time ago. And it's sad that to hear that she passed away on May. So I'm going to go ahead and begin this show. I know that that's the wrong thing to do, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about that. I know that most people don't like my content. I basically talk about random stuff in anime. So a lot of people don't realize this. This is going to be becoming a situation to where it's been happening lately. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about what's going on right now, especially I found out that former Sega of America president Bernie Stoller passed away at 75. For those who don't know, Bernie Stoller was the guy who he used to be the former president of Sega America back in the early 2000s. Before working for Sega, he also worked for Atari, leading the development of the Atari Lynx handheld console. And even though he had some failures, he was right about the fact that if Sega would have continued selling the Sega Saturn, the Sega Dreamcast, it wouldn't been a total failure for them. But sadly, Sega decided to pull out, and he wanted to fight for it, but sadly they terminated and became a third party. In 1989, Stoller joined Mattel and helped Mattel sell Barbie-related video games. He later worked for Adscape Media and then Google and Company Games Evangelist. Afterwards, he worked for several startups and several executive chairmen for Zoom Platform. And it's sad that he passed away. And that's kind of the thing. Like, I'm kind of surprised that he passed away. Like, Bernie Stoller is kind of known in the business world. But it's kind of sad that he could have fought for Sega, but they just didn't want to do anything. They just turned away from it. Because, let's put it this way, Nintendo was always popular among kids, and it was always a thing. But Sega always had really good innovative concepts. Like, before when they had Game Boy, we had the Game Gear, and that actually was the most advanced handheld out there that brought color to the system. And sadly, no one really cared about it. It wasn't widely advertised or widely known among the gaming community back in the early 2000s. Actually, it was in the early 90s. Sorry, the 80s. 90s. I'm kind of getting the dates mixed up. But I remembered I actually had a Game Gear, and I used to remember the little antenna thing where you could actually watch actual antenna television. And it was actually, you could actually watch a football game on that thing. And sadly, this was like the most advanced hardware that they ever made. And sadly, Nintendo beat them out with the green, the green LCD screen system, which was the Game Boy. Not many people realize this, but it's kind of sad because everyone was so used to Nintendo and Nintendo products, because Nintendo actually, let's put it this way, they brought out during the dark ages of gaming, considering that Atari, the gaming crash happened, Nintendo kind of did help alleviate the gaming crash by bringing out their system, an 8-bit console that had color and everything. And it was actually a really good system. And it's kind of sad that this happened. So, as far as I know, this was something that happened a long time ago, and a lot of people had talked about this history about Nintendo and everything and how they won the market. And sadly, Sega really didn't know what they were doing. So it kind of did cause a lot of problems. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this because there's also other news that I'm going to go ahead and bring up. Shaman King Faust spin-off manga ends. The Faust character? Yeah. I thought he was like a weird character. So, let's see. What else are they going to have? Knights of the Zodiac? Oh, God. No. Oh, God. Knights of the Zodiac Saint Seiya CG anime gets a second season. Oh, boy. So, okay, Jump aims to release the new manga series simultaneously in English after 2023. That's a good one. Sentai Filmworks licenses Chimino, the original anime TV. Okay. So, that's what's going on right now. And let's see, what else do we see in the news? Yeah, I already know about, let's see. So they did announce, good news, they did announce Persona 5 Royale and Golden and Portable games are going to be heading to the Switch. It's been confirmed. They actually did it on the Nintendo Direct Mini showcase. It's a big surprise that they announced it on my birthday, which was June 28th. I'm actually pretty old, guys, so don't worry about it. It is an interesting show, to say the least, that they actually got, yes, that's right, Nintendo actually announced that they will bring out Persona 5 Royale, Persona Golden, and Persona Portable games for the Nintendo Switch. Is that an exciting news? And it will be launching on October 21st, which is kind of good news right there, because a lot of people were complaining on social media, especially Black Sage D was complaining about this. So it's been confirmed that they are releasing Persona 5 on Nintendo Switch. So, yeah. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it. So, okay. Finally, GameStop actually posted an article that's factual. Y'all owe me an apology, because I told y'all that Nintendo should be focusing on more powerful hardware. Valve just made an argument that's more simple. The end. Steam Deck has ruined Nintendo Directs for us. And this is kind of GameStop's argument right here. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this, because Black kind of points out something, because he had to argue about this. Steam Deck has ruined Nintendo Directs for me. I've used to marvel at all the indie games I could finally play. Now I've got an access to elsewhere for cheaper. Hope it comes to Switch. We've all seen it said throughout this countless times while finding interesting and experimental PC games that would feel great on the handheld, but the developers have obliged us, transforming the Switch into a flourishing home for smaller and less hardware intensive games. The one drawback has typically been the weight as these games often would hit PC first and come to Switch months or even years later. That's still the case today, and this is kind of the article that I'm reading right now, and I'll show you because this is from GameSpot. Since the early days of Nintendo Direct, the loved presentation style video game announcements and trailers has wrapped up quickly and snapped it. So I'm going to go ahead and see what happens here, because I'm going to go ahead and... why does this keep doing that? Son of a bitch, man. I'm sorry, guys. I've been having issues with my so I'm going to go ahead and get into this because this is kind of what's going on, and I'm dealing with this issue for a while, so bear with me in mind. I'm just continuing. Since the early days of Nintendo Direct, I loved the presentation style, video game announcement trailers wrapped up in quick, snappy, visual appealing packages. It's no wonder they became a standard in the industry. More popular publishers moved away from the live events, but starts to show that they always been the games themselves, and that most of those games are appealing to the handheld PC that looks like it feels like the Switch. They often coming to PC earlier, cheaper, and it's hard to get excited. Today, Nintendo Direct Mini, an example that some games shown on Nier Automata or Portal Companions Collection already available on Steam, making the Switch version of the latecomer right now portable bundle on Steam for $3, while the newly launched Portable Companion Collection on Switch is $20. This is partly due to Steam's summer sale, but that's another point. Yeah, he's kind of correct on that. At least he corrected this one. These deep discounts are more common on Valve. Meanwhile, surprising drops of little Noah Score and Paradise Surprise dropped it on Steam. Alongside the Switch, even the Big Fish announcements of Persona 5 Royale finally coming to the Switch was slightly uncut by the announcements weeks ago. It's coming to PC and Xbox Game Pass. It used to be when I saw the good-looking indie games like Rogue Legacy 2, Vampire Saber, I would watch the Switch Direct with rapid anticipation, hoping to see that they would be coming to my handheld of choice. Now both. I've been enjoying them for weeks on my Steam Deck. I don't need to hope it comes to Switch anymore because I already have a device that with the access to the vast PC game library that's often get games first renders that hope are relevant. Okay. And this isn't to say that Nintendo Direct wasn't entertaining or full of games. Nintendo is a big publisher, but lots of developers like to show off their wares on Nintendo Direct first. Weren't plenty of games, but I wasn't even aware that they shown today Direct. I'm just coming to terms to the fact that Steam Deck has rendered Switch an exclusive only console for everything else. Is I likely play the Steam Deck sooner and or cheaper. Okay, that's fair enough with the cheaper option. Because I can understand where this guy's coming from. Because, yeah, there's a lot of PC games that you could buy for cheap on Steam because of the fact that they always put out sales once every blue moon when they feel like it. Like, I could show you my account on Steam. I have a Steam account. And I'll show you guys what it has on here right now. Right now, they're going for Rainbow Siege 6, which is going for $7.99. Dead by Daylight $7.99. Like, there's a lot of good games out there that I would like to play. And I know Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition on Steam is pretty good too. It's like $6. Cyberpunk is like $29.99. Sadly, a lot of people don't like it. I liked it because it was actually very fun. I'm surprised that even though there was a lot of controversy surrounding this game, they're still fixing it. So there's also Dying Light 2 Stay Human. Star Wars right now is going down the pricing gap, because this is why a lot of people are buying the Steam Deck for that reason, because the market, the PC gaming market is pretty decent. And I'm just pointing this out to you guys because this is what we're expecting. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, like, yeah, there's a lot of games out here that are really cheap that you can purchase. And that's what you get for a PC game. But depending on how good your hardware is, not every game can be played on this thing. I know Steam Deck has a compatibility list, and they show you that compatibility list of games that they have. And it's not always going to be easy if your hardware can't handle it. Because I have had games that I had in my old PC that I used to have, couldn't handle them all. And I actually tested out the game that I had, couldn't play it. It was actually that bad. But other than that, invest in a good gaming PC. Ultra Kill. Would play that, but Foot Anger. I might just consider that. Yeah, and you can see right here that Jedi Fallen Order is now $9.99. And also Assassin's Creed Odyssey's $14.99, and you can see that this is the PC gaming market right now. So yeah, that's what we get from Steam. Oh yeah, Metal Gear Rising is $7.99. Yeah. All right, categories. Let's see, where is the Steam? Let me see, Steam hardware. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the cost of this. Even though, yes, it's expensive, but you do have an option to reserve this. Most people would go for the most expensive because it is PC hardware. And it is an APU, but it is actually a really decent hardware to have. Most people would go for the 60 gigabyte EMC or the 256 gigabyte one. But if you want something less expensive, buy that one. And it is customizable. So as much as I like to say, most people would recommend get a Steam Deck if you want a really decent handheld. And it is a decent handheld for what it's worth if you want something. But the fact is, Steam Deck has this thing where it does indicate what's compatible to the systems. Most games can be played, like almost probably around 70 to 80% of the games possibly could play on that handheld. I can't guarantee all of them will play well, but they do play. And that's pretty much what you would expect. So, yeah, I understand where this guy's coming from, because, yeah, Steam does have a decent library and less expensive to have. And that's kind of what's going on here. So anyways, let's continue on. Yeah. So I guess I better go ahead and talk about this because it is kind of serious what's going on. So yeah, they are putting out Persona 5 on Nintendo Direct. So I'm kind of glad that this happened, because a lot of people, they announced it. Okay, Mario Rabbids Sparks and Hope. Okay, so they're gonna bring that out. And Dragon Quest Treasure Game launches on the Switch for December 9th. Okay, Legend of Mana Teardrop Crystal anime video reveals more cast in October debut. Excellent. Now we're gonna get a Legend of Mana anime. Webtoons. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up something here. Composer Mayaki Watanabe passed away at 69. Oh, that's sad. Really? For those that don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this because this is Michaki Watanabe passed away at age 96. Composer Michaki Watanabe, known as Chimio Watanabe, passed away due to heart failure in Tokyo Hospital on June 23rd. He was 96. Watanabe was born in 1925, studied psychology in prestigious university under the composer Ikaru Dan and Subaru Mori. He made a debut as a composer for a radio drama produced by the Central Japan Broadcasting Company in the 1950s. For the next 20 years, Watanabe worked for Toho, regularly on films, soundtracks, while improving his craft under the likes of jazz music, Masato Watanabe. This has a large effect on Watanabe's composition. He introduced the brass instruments when he created the theme of Z for Magaziner Z, also using analog synthesizers combination of considering the unique to the 70s listeners' ears. He composed music of anime series of Magaziner Z, Gunnar, Getter Robo Go, Transformers Victory, and among others. He also composed music for the first two Kakaider live-action series, Azume, the first 6 Super Sentai series, contributed to the late Super Sentai series recently last year, Kiki Sentai Zenkai Getter. If I can't pronounce it, I apologize. The first 5 Metal Heroes series started with Space Sheriff Galvion. Oh, yeah. I actually did watch Space Sheriff Galvion. That's actually an okay show. That's sad, though. He did produce a lot of Sentai and mecha anime, composed a lot of those songs, and he will be missed. That's kind of sad to hear that he passed away. If I mispronounce his name, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I know that's kind of the thing that I have a problem with, and I know most people are a little bit deterred by what I have to say. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this and try to talk about this because it's kind of sad to hear that man passed away. With all due respect for a lot of people, I hope his family will and I will say this on behalf of everyone in the community. It's sad that he passed away. We will miss him. Because he created such great tracks that made people watch and listen. All right, let me see what other news has happened. Okay, I guess I better go ahead and get into this because I know that my fan base isn't going to listen to me or anything like that. I'm going to try to at least get some people, see if Twitter can. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and try to share this out to Twitter. See if anybody's wants to watch this. If not, I understand. So, oh God, this is funny. R. Kelly sentenced for 30 years in prison. Great. That's going to be a crazy session. Let me see. So, Optimus Prime has been... Optimus Prime. I like the Lego Optimus Prime, and it's an Optimus crime not to. Oh God. Oh boy. Radio Shack has got me. Man, I really hate this. Yeah, I try to ask about the BBC thing. Like, everyone's talking about the tractor goth. But for those who don't know, like, she's basically a Twitch streamer, and everyone's like making fun of this whole thing. It became a meme. She became a meme, and a lot of people really like her. It's kind of hilarious for those who don't know, and it's kind of obvious. Like, people were like, this whole thing went viral because of this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. Like, this thing went viral for some weird reason, and I can't help but laugh at it because it's like, yeah, she could operate the John Deere tractor. Like, this is a typical John Deere tractor, and I know what the model is because she's basically using it. It's like one of their most advanced tractors. I think it was like in 2015, and it's used for basically. I forgot what it's called. It's basically to scrape up the or put down seeds, I believe. It was like scraping up the hay. And it's kind of funny though, because it's like I can't help but laugh at this. It's like like, it's kind of cute though. Like, yes, she could operate this thing. What listening to Grimes does to your children. And I can't help but laugh at that joke. And it's like, people are just making memes of her. Like, it's seriously funny. Like, open the barn doors. Bro, I'm about to bust. But this is dope. Like, I can't help but laugh at it because it's like, yeah, it's what you would expect from a goth chick that's trying to be the yes, she knows how to fix cars too, so don't expect me to tell you that. Okay, body piercing by Swithin West. Like, I can't help but laugh at this. This is kind of funny, and I'm just it's kind of funny though. So it's pretty much an e-girl. It's just an goth e-girl. And I'm not going to hold it against her. This is how she sounds.
Bottoms up. And the devil laughs.
Oh my God. And she has a copy of The Room.
And the devil laughs.
And the devil laughs. Oh yeah. Laughing at you.
Bottoms up. And the devil laughs.
Yeah.
Bottoms up. And the devil laughs.
Yeah, I'm trying to stop it. Sorry, guys. This is what she looks like. I'll show you. This is the goth emo, the goth tractor girl.
Bottoms up. And the devil laughs. Bottoms up.
And she has a copy of The Room. I can't believe she has that. Like, that's her. Sorry if I can't show it to you. Like, this is kind of... Oh, God. That's funny. Oh, those are nice. Oh, those are nice swords. Yeah, but considering what's going on right now, so yeah, that's what you're gonna be expecting from goth girl in a tractor. So yeah. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about this because it is kind of obvious that there's been some things going on lately. I know that most people are a little bit crazy about this. Sam Hyde. Okay. Okay, that's funny. Sam Hyde is now part owner of Happy Punch. Combat Sports Entertainment. That's funny. He's advertising this. I can't believe it. Sam Hyde did this. No, I'm not joking. Sam Hyde did this. No, I'm not joking. Sam Hyde is now the co-owner of Happy Punch. Oh God, dude looks scary as hell. I know he looks scary as hell with that thing. Like I can't believe he did that. Yeah, I think Radio Shack got into trouble. Yeah, because I asked him about because he was like making a meme of it's okay, this is the internet. Like talking about the second half of the edible feeling. No, he was like making fun of Wendy's on doing that whole porn meme, and I do recall. Let's see. I was responding. Let me see if I can remember. Like this is what happened. Like he was like making fun of implying running a train on an underage Wendy's, daring daring Mr. Shack. This is her now. It's okay. Yeah, that's Wendy's right there. The daughter of the original CEO of Wendy's. I think he retired or passed away. He was in the business for a long time working. It's kind of funny how this guy made a franchise out of it and was successful for decades. But I can't help but laugh at this because it's kind of funny. And oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah, the guy who was on the social media thing is probably in deep trouble because it looks like they're deleting all those things. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening. So yeah, that's what's going on. Have fun with your vibrator, Rachel. I wish I could be there too. Yeah, so he kind of said some things. N is for the way you nut me. Oh, speaking of which, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this because I've been following Kineko Video, aka Femboy Films, for a while. Unfortunately, they rebranded themselves because of what happened. So yeah, so there is a video going on. A new fan sub uploaded of Lonely Chaser subs blogspot. Utilizes the new raw recorded by Kaneko Video plus fixes of OG, the original sub translation. The previous one has some errors in it. Inserts some song translations have now been added as well. I don't have any comparison screenshots on me ATM. Currently, this version stands at the highest quality version of the OVA. Visually speaking to date, pray for 16 miller reels to show up one day. So yeah, I wish I had him when I was trying to do some upscale shenanigans with the previous rips. Very clean job. Even the VHS is good enough. Like, a lot of people in the community are trying to restore a lot of old animes, and they even discovered the Super Mario movie. Like, this is the person, Kaneko Video is actually one of the people who discovered the who has like the original copies and restored the Super Mario movie, the animated one, not the like he actually does try to do the 16 millimeter ones. even had the history of the Daikon. Like, I know Femboy is actually really good at this because he restored a lot of stuff. Like, that's funny. Taran and the Magic of the Cauldron. Coming to YouTube. Spread the word. Disney Black Cauldron, which was a disappointing failure. A 35 millimeter teaser trailer, The Queen of Millennia, 1982, likely produced a very, like, this guy basically has been restoring a lot of old movies and a lot of old animes, and has been doing that for a long while. And I actually did watch the restoration of Canon Films Robotech movie, which I'm kind of surprised by. Like, this person actually did restore some trailer films. Like, this person basically, like, does a lot of projects. So keep this in mind. This person did the best they could to restore it at their current. Like, he basically did do some things with it, as you can clearly see by the intro that they did. This is the restored version. This is the current version that they have right now that's restored. That's the old version. This is the new version that they have. Like, they actually have this. Like, I can't believe they did this. Like, he actually cleaned. This is like the clean version of it. Superman. And tried to restore the Technicolor of it. Like, you can see right here, this is the raw version, and this is the clean version that they fixed. And you can clearly see the difference here. This is actually really amazing. Whoops. Who's online? Oh boy. Yeah, this is the software that I use. Alright, no, I already installed it. Why the heck are you guys gonna... Alright. Sorry about that. I had some technical issues. Yeah, because thanks for the tons of features of amazing, because he did do a 4K upscale of that original Mario movie in Japanese. Kaneko Traffic Safety, 1986 film. Like, they did a lot of restorations. Keep that in mind. This person did a lot of restorations for them, including he tried to do a restoration for Spider-Man. And there's a lot of projects that he did, and it's interesting enough that he has done a lot, especially lost media wise. So keep that in mind. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this and begin the show. Because, boy, I really hate to talk about this, but I will. How's it going? I'm going to go ahead and make some content. For those who don't know, if you're here to watch some interesting news or anything like that, or boring stuff or boring-ass content that's not edgelord enough for you, I'll go ahead and talk about this, because a lot of people are talking about Okay. I'm going to take a big breather here. I'm going to show you guys this, because I know that most people are kind of hesitant on this. Hold on, let me show you guys, because I got something for you. For those who don't know, Magaziner composer Michikaki Watanabe passed away at age 96. Also, he was also the composer for Shingeki Robo's theme song, Kakaider theme song, and also some Super Sentai shows that you probably are familiar with. He recently passed away at age 96. Also, former Sega of America president Bernie Stoller passed away at age 75. This is kind of sad news. They all passed away at the same year. Also, another Yuki Kasaragi passed away at 73, who is known for theme songs such as Goku Midnight, and also she did do some song inserts for Space Dandy. She passed away at age 73 from cancer. Sad news indeed. Those are the negative news right now, and the fact that I'm just reporting this to you guys right now. And this is sad news indeed. They will all surely be missed. I know that most people don't realize this, but that's the news right now that you just missed. Considering not many people care about this content or even bother to watch it, I'm just going to go ahead and begin the show and talk about something else, especially the drama that was surrounded by... Oh boy. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, because this is kind of the hilarious drama that happened. And this is going to be YouTube stuff, because I'm going to have to let someone explain this, because I got to watch a video that's been happening. So let's go ahead and talk about this, because... Oh boy, I gotta watch this, because this is about Gundam Victory. Abakush Kanashki. Let's see. I know Agi's doing his own thing. Let's go ahead and talk about this, because this is gonna be... I'm trying to look for some content here, ladies and gentlemen, and I keep forgetting about certain things that I watched today. And everyone's talking about Nintendo, and also talking about Diablo Immortal, and also the fact that there's been some drama with quality insurance. I gotta find it. Where is it? Diablo? Oh boy. I gotta find that drama, because that drama was so bad. Because I've been watching this drama from the VTuber perspective that's been happening. And a lot of people are talking about the VTuber stuff. And also the fact that everyone's talking about Ray Desu's video. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the news. Let me see if I can get it right.
Coordinated care.
So I'm going to try to show you guys what's going on. And this is Ray Desu's video. If you want to see the news on this one, this happened the other day about Clussy was canceled.
Guys, Rev here. Over the past few days, it has become increasingly obvious that the internet is down bad for clown girls. If you listen to Twitter users, you would think Clussy is to die for. Now, excitement over banging clown girls was accelerated by Twitter users discovering this character from the Ace Attorney franchise. And despite only appearing briefly in one of their games, this clown girl has caused an explosion of artwork and memes based on her over the past few days. However, I regret to inform you that the post-nut clarity has kicked in for some, and they are now trying to cancel this clown girl. And no, it's not because they realized her clown bits are actually balloons. They are canceling her because she ruined the Ace Attorney fandom. It's like clockwork. Anytime a franchise experiences a popularity streak, this meme pops up and people act like the new attention has ruined it for them. But I gotta tell you, if you let memes about Clussy ruin the Ace Attorney franchise for you, I don't really know if you were much of a fan in the first place. Ooh, those heckin' Twitter users really fricked up this fandom with their flippin' clown girl posting. Okay, man, listen, clown girls aren't over until we say they are over. So this is a judgment-free zone, so feel free to share your enthusiasm for this clown girl and all kinds of clown girls in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, I guarantee you that a clown girl will find your location and throw a pie in your face, erotically of course. I'll see you guys next time. Hey, what's up guys, Rev here.
Alright, I guess I'll...
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. Today we have a mind-boggling case of an artist being removed from an Elden Ring project due to their previous problematic content. And you know it's a sad state of affairs when this is our second video this week about an artist being robbed of an opportunity to work on a game's project for roughly the same line of reasoning. But today's controversy involves this unofficial Elden Ring fanzine, zine short for magazine or fanzine, something that was supposed to be a fun outlet for artists to share their Elden Ring content, has now turned into something toxic and, well, what could be considered the absolute zenith of hypocrisy. Now today's manga begins with this tweet right here, the artist Miraside tweeting, "I have been excited about joining Elden Zine for weeks. I was accepted, joined their Discord, and began my project. I've been making friends, following other creators, and having a lot of fun in a new community. This post is not directed at the other artists, they are nice." Now this is where things start to get messy. After enjoying my pitches and my work in progress and talking with me about the game for days, I received this message from one of the two mods. The message essentially saying that several of their past artworks depicting minors in not safe for work outfits and poses made some of the contributors uncomfortable, something that they will not tolerate. The mod then asked Mira to leave the server on their own volition or they will have to forcibly remove them. Now let me address the unbelievable irony of an Elden Ring zine removing someone for problematic artwork. Number 1. Elden Ring was directed by the legendary Miyazaki, responsible for the Souls series, a series that features intense violence, gore, among other dark themes. Number 2, much like the Souls games, Elden Ring contains many obvious references to the Berserk franchise, a franchise that features extreme gore and sexual content, including many depictions of the R-word. Now in case that wasn't enough nails in the coffin, number 3, the co-writer of Elden Ring is George R.R. Martin, the creative mind behind Game of Thrones, a series that features extreme violence, incest, R-wording, and pretty much any hardcore
and
topic
rape
imaginable. Of course, these glaring contradictions were pointed out by Mira, who was met with this reply stating, "I do not harbor any ill will towards not safe for work creators. This is not about the dark themes of Berserk or Souls games. This boils down to your history of sexualizing minors in your work." Ironically, the sexualizing of young characters exists in many of the previous series the Elden Ring directors have worked on, and the fact that they have singled out this artist and their fictional content as somehow a special case of problematic content is laughable to say the least. And as heat has come down from this controversy in Mira's tweets, the creators of this Elden Ring zine have doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down in a desperate but ill-advised form of copium, releasing many follow-up statements like this, where they get ratioed into oblivion, trying to say that the dark themes and inspiration behind Elden Ring are morally different than the not safe for work content posted by Mira. And in case you haven't gotten enough brain damage, it turns out that this zine's charity of choice, Mercy Corps, was co-founded and led by someone who sexually abused his own daughter. Yeah, big yikes, dude. Needless to say, this account is an unbelievable hypocrite on so many levels, it's actually hard to keep track of everything. For a small account by most standards, their project received a generous amount of initial enthusiasm from the Elden Ring community, but now because of their actions, their account exists to be ratioed in disgrace every time they make a post, and many of the content creators once excited about the project are now leaving after what this group did to Mira. But that's going to do it for this video. If you want to support the artist featured today, you can find a link to their Twitter account in the description. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, so here's my thoughts on this. I understand some people don't like that stuff, and that's kind of what's going on. And I'm not going to say anything negative. I understand that some people are overprotective in the community, especially with what they're doing they feel is right. But you cannot go after an artist over this unless otherwise. It is kind of sad that this happened, and I'm not really upset about this because I understand that some people can be overly sensitive on issues that they're concerned about, and it does happen a lot in the community. But I'm just gonna say this in a nicer way, man. That person really fucked up there. So that's pretty much what I would expect on this whole issue, because I'm just telling people right now that there's a lot of things going on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about anime. Right now, I'm kind of excited about the fact that there's going to be a second season of. If I can get some people on my Discord, I would allow them to come in, but I don't know if they want to come in or not. Right now, a friend of mine got his account hacked, and I'm kind of disappointed about what happened because my friend kind of was getting attacked online, and I was sent a Discord thing, which was like beef packaging, and the people that were on there basically are just bots. And I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to be nice about this right now and tell people you need to stop doing that. Using somebody else's account and try to attack them over this is wrong. So I'm going to try to be nice about this as best as possible, because there's been a lot of things going on right now. And I just want to go ahead and respectfully try to be nice about this, because I understand that some people are being sent a Discord called Beef. And so let me see. I haven't streamed or posted any videos in a month. I plan to make a comeback soon. Hopefully Natalie can come. Natalie Hunter will come back soon, because I'm kind of excited about her videos sometimes, because she tends to do some really good takes on videos, and I'm just going to be neutral on this because I know that she's trying to do things her own way. Someone asked me what I wanted, and I know nothing I can be helpful of thinking, and I'm going to try to be nice about this. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, she writes a lot of erotic fiction. For those who don't know, Natalie actually writes a lot of yes, that's right, an Amazon exclusive Kindle stuff. Like, she basically makes a lot of, like, so I'm gonna go to her YouTube channel and show you guys her if I can find it, because I know she does a lot of things. Overthinking anime. Like, this is her content, and I'll show you guys. This is Natalie, who I'm talking about. If you don't know who Natalie is, this is Natalie Hunter. This is her YouTube channel. I kind of enjoy her content. She's funny as hell. I really do enjoy this content, because it's kind of like she talks about a lot of, like, she talks about Shield Hero, Ray, and other content that she's into, or Mushoku Tensei. Like, there's a lot of animes that she likes, like Demon Slayer. Like, she also talks about In Defense of Dragon Maid. Like, she did make a really good commentary essay about this, and I think most people should check out her content. It's way better than my content. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get into this, because I want to explain something right now, because I want to go ahead and talk about some things right now that happened. And let's see. Horizon Dawn lady. The lady's kind of cute. That's funny. Super Metroid, Justin Bailey patch. That's funny. Yeah, someone actually made a hack ROM for it. This is hilarious. Monkey forced me to post. All right, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this. This is another thing that's so hilariously stupid.
What do you want?
So I'm going to go ahead and begin this. So hold on.
Rev here. Right now, Genshin Impact Twitter is having an absolute breakdown. What's new? But this time it has to do with leaks involving the upcoming Samaro region of the game. In particular, people are upset about this character that's being leaked. Now, there are literally tens of thousands of angry responses to all this, but they can all be boiled down to two general points. Number one, people are upset that yet another lolly character is being introduced to Genshin Impact, which being surprised about a lolly character being in Genshin Impact is like being surprised that there's bread in a bakery. Like, there's no helping you there. Now, the second and more salient complaint is that her skin tone is too light because the Samaro region is supposed to be based on the Middle East and West Asia. Now, I think there's some validity to those claims, but I would ask one thing. What does a person from the Samaro region look like? Right, you can't tell me because it's a fictional place in a fictional setting. I mean, the creators could literally make all the citizens purple, and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, my response to all of this is, while I think it's great that people want to push for better representation in video games, why are you turning to Genshin Impact for this? I just think it's odd that people will risk going to Twitter jail because they're so angry about the skin tone of this fictional character. Meanwhile, they continue to consume a game from a country that has people in internment camps based on the fact that they're minorities. I don't know, people get way too upset over leaks, by the way, which aren't even final, but that's the current situation. Take it as you will. Let me know what you guys think about this whole thing in the comments section down below. But that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and educate people because I actually encountered some Middle Eastern women before. And I can honestly tell you, not all of them look Middle Eastern, and you'd be surprised. A lot of them, like even, like for example, I know there's an Iranian YouTuber that everyone knows who is very well known, and he doesn't look like your typical and I'm talking about a certain YouTuber that everyone knows, and he's from Iran. His family's from Iran. So let me see if I could find. Now, all of them do not look like you would expect them to be. So I'm going to go ahead and show you an Iranian woman, and I want you to tell me, does this look like an Iranian woman? Now, a lot of people don't realize this, but not all of them look like you would expect, because even if you think that all of them look like this, there is a certain type of like minority, and if you think it's obvious that you think that they don't look like this, it's not because they don't, it's because some of them do have blue eyes. Like, I was surprised when I encountered one before, and she came from Iran, because a lot of them do tend to marry like foreign, like I know some men marry foreign women, for example, and not all of them look like that, but they do. Some do. And it's not because of, like, you'd be surprised. Like, this is an Afghan girl, for example, and she kind of has hazel eyes, and this is in 1984, and this is kind of a big surprise, because not all Muslim women look like they have brown skin. Not all of them have brown skin. Some of them do have fair amount of complexion. Like this one, for example, that's kind of an example of it. Like the average complexion of a woman. Like if you think, like even some of them could, like you could be expecting an Asian. Like not all of them are like this, and you think like, for example, this woman right here. Like she's like not all Muslim women look like brown complexion skin or black complexion skin. All of them look different. And the problem is it's like some people don't even understand that culture very well. Like some do have a fair amount of complexion of their skin tone. And all of them look different from what I would expect, but some do look like for example, this one right here. Like if you think they look white or something like that, like this is another one. Like there's a different complexion for women that you would think, because even though most, like you'd be surprised, like they import women from Russia and other countries, and they do tend to marry them. And I'm not saying, like, if you think Middle Eastern women look like that, they don't. From countries like Kyrgyzstan, yeah, you're right, they are. I do. Like, thank you, Red. Come on in, man. Get in the freaking Discord chat, man. Come on in. Get in the Discord chat right now, son. Yeah, so that's pretty much my talking point right there. Like, I don't know why anyone does not understand cultural very well. Like, if you think that they all look brown, you're pretty much out of your damn mind. Like, a lot of them do have a pale complexion, and I do know that there's some women that look like for example, okay, like this is an example of Iranian beauty. Like that's kind of another example. She has a fair complexion. That's another one. Although her hair is a little bit darker. I know that some do have dyed hair. Like, that's the average woman you see. But if you have an issue with that, I'm just making a point right now because that's kind of an example of certain minority groups that, and I don't get why people do that. Is her fair skin as a Middle Eastern woman and the Princess of Jordan. Like one example. Okay, let me look up the Princess of Jordan because I would like to see the Princess of Jordan. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Like this is an example. The Princess of Jordan. Like this is the princess and this is the queen. Like they do have somewhat lighter skin tone, and this is the Queen Rihanna of Jordan. Like you can look at their skin tone. Like, does that look like? Okay, so. Yeah, and that's the royal family of Jordan. Her skin tone is like her daughter's skin tone right there looks completely pale. Does that look like, I'm just pointing this out to people because it seems like everyone gets upset over this, and that's the problem. Like, not all Middle Eastern women have the same complexion. They are totally different than me. Just because I have brown skin does not make me like I have a cousin that's Puerto Rican, and everyone always assume he's white because he has pale skin. No joke, people mistake my cousin for white, and it's kind of the funny thing. Yeah, Rihanna, I'll do the Queen of Rihanna. Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. Like people don't realize this. They think all Middle Eastern women look like they're brown skin or black skin, but all of them some of them do have a fair amount of white complexion on them.
Hey, Habibi!
Hey, what's going on?
Alright, if anybody's watching, this is Lou.
Yeah, this is Red.
Hey! Yes! Oh, by the way, JT, I already got your message, you know. Dude, we're pretty much getting old because, well, our birthdays are this week.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, my birthday passed on the June 28th, guys. So I had to make a show. I had to see my family, and my mom called me. She's in Puerto Rico right now.
And mine happens to be on the 1st.
Oh, that's good.
Man. Oh, man, I'm kind of sad because I'm going to be here for a little bit, and then around 9:30, I'm going to another podcast, the Outpost one tonight. Yeah, they chose tonight as the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on. Like, I found out today that certain people passed away, and I was kind of sad to hear. Like, the guy who did the theme song for a lot of the Zengu Ranger shows, the composer Michaki Watanabe passed away at age 96. Like, he did the Magaziner and Get a Robo themes and Kakaider and Super Sentai shows.
Damn.
Yeah, he passed away. And also, the former Sega of America president, Bernie Stoller, passed away at age 76.
I didn't know that yet, to be honest. Oh, I want to add something. JT, you were talking about the... oh, yeah, that was because of the incident, the quote-unquote... They always do this whenever there's a new region.
Yeah.
I don't know if these people know this, but the developers of Genshin Impact are in fucking China.
Yeah.
They haven't noticed that.
Yeah, they don't know that these people are from China, and that's the problem. Like, I have seen, and they were complaining about the fact that the region that she's in is like Middle Eastern, but it looks like an elf.
Oh yeah, that would be the new the Dendro Archon.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Denjo Archon, like, and they're complaining, oh my god, she has a white complexion and she's lolly.
I swear, these motherfuckers have nothing better to do.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, I had to point out to people that not all Middle Eastern women look like that. I have seen Middle Eastern women before, and I know they don't always look like they have pale skin or brown skin.
You know, the guy at the dollar store is from Palace. I thought the dude was Persian.
Yeah.
Guess where he's from?
Palestine?
You bet. Yeah, man's Palestinian.
Yeah, and I know that my grandma talked to a guy from Afghanistan. Like we had I used to remember some guy from Afghanistan used to live in Puerto Rico, and he used to work in. My grandmother told, my mom told me this story that the guy lived in Puerto Rico, and he used to be known. He was like a family friend of ours because he worked in the store, and we always stop.
Dollar store.
Yeah. Yeah, and my grandma always shopped there, and the guy sold like lottery tickets and everything, and that guy was like considered a family friend of ours. And it said that he passed away, but he went to Afghanistan to fight a war. So that's how it happened. Like I remember my grandma and my mom told me about it. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, he left Palestine during the Gaza Strip war. So yeah. I told him, "Oh, that was during the Arafat years."
Yeah.
I noticed that the store was closed, but that was because the man was praying.
Yeah, a lot of people came to Puerto Rico just to get away from war and everything. Even the guy, even Chinese people, like we were surprised by that too.
Oh no! The Chinese. That's not as interesting as the Japanese colony in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, and also in Mexico too. Like they had like a 1,000-year colony in Japan, in Mexico.
Yeah, what happened was during post-war Japan, a lot of people were finding jobs, so they had to go to the west. The Japanese this particular colony in the Dominican Republic, they're pretty much it's a pretty sizable one in Latin America. Okay, so regarding the Dendro Archon, which is basically the god of Sumeru.
Yeah.
There were some speculators. Like one of them was that it was gonna be a tall male guy. His name was gonna be Kusanali. They're gonna be using a lot of. Here's the thing: Sumeru is actually based in India as well as Persia.
Yeah.
So it's a mixture of Hindu and Middle East cultures. And to be more specific, a little bit of Zoroastrian, because why not?
Yeah, and it's kind of strange how they kind of assume that everyone's like because they like not all Middle Eastern women look like you would expect them to be. And I was just pointing that out because it's like some people, just because this character looks all white and lolly doesn't mean she fits the profile.
The guys. Well, the guys have been calling her Terry. The guys have been calling her Sumeru Terry because she looks like Teresa Apocalypse, one of the characters from Honkai Impact.
Yeah. You gotta understand, it's the same artist that made this.
Same people, but they have a different team.
Yeah. And they decided, like, this is Chinese people. What do you expect them to do? Like, they have to make a character that they feel like it's gonna fit the profile, so they chose this character. Why? Because it's easier to create.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but because they have. Here's the truth: they have. From what I had, I've been playing this shit for a while now. All right, so 5 types of bodies.
Yeah.
We're going to humans, and each one is slightly altered.
Yeah, and it looks like an elf to me because it has like long pointy ears.
So, by the looks of it, she has to be the second elf character in that game after Klee.
Yeah.
Klee is basically to make it short, she is an elf, and she is 10 years old. But 10 years old in 10-year-old, how do I say this? 10-year-old elves don't really age the same as human children.
And that's like the issue that people have.
And then there's the other fact is, well, no, in the case of Sumeru, it's going to be like this very grassy region, and she's basically the goddess of knowledge. In the same way that Zhongli is the god of the god of contracts, A being the goddess of eternity, and Venti being the god of wind and freedom. The god of wind. So basically, Danger is going to be more of a support build than anything else because they're going to be It's that element being grass is going to be amplifying the other elements' attacks. At least that's what I read. That's what I read. But version 2, but that version won't be coming out until, let's say, 3.0, which is gonna be in August.
Yeah, and right now they're dealing with a lot of drama with this whole issue with the character, and I'm just like, these people are idiots. They have not studied geography. They have not studied social studies. They just like,
dude. These people don't even know where their fucking state is. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Go to the 50 state map and tell them where is this particular area. They're gonna be pointing somewhere else.
Yeah, they'll assume that Seattle is the capital when really it's Olympia.
Or Los Angeles.
Yeah, like Washington State, like most people don't realize, Seattle is the capital of alternative music. That's what they named it as. While Olympia is basically the capital.
Just like New York is the world capital regarding fashion, and Albany is the capital, or Los Angeles, and the capital being Sacramento.
Yeah. And a lot of people assume that. Like, not everyone knows all 50 states' capitals. Like, for example, like what is the capital of Texas?
That's...
Would tell you.
Go ahead.
People would say, "Oh, it could be San Antonio." No, it's Austin.
Or in the case of Tennessee, you're gonna say that it's Memphis.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me see. Yeah, Nashville is in fact. Yeah, in this case, yes, Nashville is in fact the capital.
Yeah.
Not only is it the capital of country music, it's also the state capital.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that. This is what I'm kind of concerned about, because a lot of it has to do with education and everything. And it's like the people don't even understand, like, why are you going to attack this person and then claim, oh, this is not like Saudi Arabian. Like, not all women look like what you would expect, because some do have
it's
lighter complexions than others.
Here's the thing. You know where the Caucasus Mountains are, right?
Yeah.
That's between. Well, no, the Caucasus Mountains are between Russia, Ukraine, and let's say the Caucasus. Yeah, the Caucasus Mountains. Yeah, here we go. Eurasia. So that would be Georgia, Russia, and Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
And the thing is, yeah, The problem is, the thing is, a lot of people over there are Caucasian. There'll be a breed of of the white race. So, for example, you have the Slavic whites, you have the Caucasian whites, you have the Saxon whites. Basically, in that area is where it is known that white people usually hail from. At least one of the subspecies of white people.
Yeah, and there is a minority in I believe in Afghanistan that look like they have a white complexion and blue
Yeah.
eyes.
The same in China because of the Turkish roots, being East Turkestan.
Yeah, and the fact that they kind of confuse the two as that, it's like some people may not realize it, but there's also a certain minority in I think Siberia that are Asian.
Yeah, they usually from Korea. They're usually their ancestors came from Korea.
Yeah,
So
and
I
they
would
have a
assume Korea and China.
and the fact that some of them are Turkish. This I believe like the tribe's Turkish in origin.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. This was. I wouldn't say that it's a strong topic of mine, but yeah, like Omega said, it is Riyadh. Mecca is the holy city of where Abraham. Well, it is said that Allah, or which is the Arabic term for God,
Yeah.
resides like the house of God. That's what that small Kaaba in the black spots in Mecca looks like. It's supposed to be a small room where that's supposedly that God lives there, and that's why a lot of Muslims do the pilgrimage during Ramadan.
Yeah. And a lot of people like this is an example. This is the group that I'm talking about. Let me see if I can find them. Siberian.
Not only Siberia, but also the Kazakhs, uh,
Cossacks.
the Kazakhs, the Azerbaijani, the Turkmenistani.
Yeah.
You have all these ethnic groups
Yeah. And a lot
from
of
the
them.
from the Caucasus area.
Yeah. And a
So
lot
there
of
is
people don't realize that. Like, they believe like this is kind of their region. Like Siberians have the shamanism practices and everything, and you can
and,
clearly see.
and not to mention the fact that there's also the Mongolic tribe. There's
Yeah.
also the Mongolics. There's also the
Yeah.
Mongolic roots.
Yeah,
Considering that
Mongolian
one third,
roots.
because as we all know, one third of the population was fought by Genghis Khan himself.
Yeah, and there was also the fact that the Mongolian tribes were the ones that kind of did rule China with Genghis Khan era.
Yeah, that's actually that's where.
Yeah. Okay. So the people are called the Yakut people of Siberia.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, the Yakuts, the Turkish. They speak the Russian and Turkish mix. I forgot what language it is. And the Sepakut man of Siberia.
This is. Well, like you said, there is in fact a lot of people who really have not paid attention when it came to social studies,
Yeah.
and not just history as well. Because
Why are they in Russia? Most of them became Russian subjects or later citizens because Russians have conquered Siberia where they lived. They have said a few words about the conquest of Siberia here and here. Do not forget the Russian Empire was preceded in much of Siberia by the Mongolian Empire. However, Khmer, the Buddhist ethnic group living in Europe, came to the Caspian steppe in invitation from the Russian Khazar, covered themselves with glory in multiple wars and conducted by the empire. Yes, these Buddhists were great warriors. By the way, it should be said, while we can categorize many Russian ethnic groups as Asian-looking, but they are immensely different from others. Quite impossibly to confuse the Baskar with the Bhutar and the Nev. It is kind of interesting, though, because the Nev couple, the Inman lady and the Yukara lady traditional costumes. The Nevitz couple, the group of
I helped one of the homeworks that I helped my nephew in was in fact related to Finland, and I had to look up the
the word and the pronunciation.
Oh no! I had to look up the all of the racial minorities in Finland, and one of the most interesting ones happens to be. You know what? I'm gonna look it up real quick. So there we go. Sami. Yeah, those are Sami. There are these people who live in Lapland, which is basically the upper north area of Finland.
Yeah.
And they are Tartar. They are Tartar. When it comes to
as in the Russian region of Tatar.
Yes, they are. No. Misha Tatar or Western Tatar are. Oh, sorry, that's the dialect.
Yeah.
They're these. They are this. It's this area in Russia. It used to be called the Republic of Tatarstan.
Yeah.
Where the ethnicity of the Tatars, which are, well, I'm gonna sum it up. They're Slavic.
They're Slavic in origin.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they are Slavic. Well, the Sami are Slavic in. Well, I might be getting it wrong. But they're actually Turkic. But they're also yes, Turkish and Oregon. Yeah, they are Turkic. I apologize. It is in fact Turkic. The Tatars are
also
Turkic.
Saudi capital of Rio is not Mecca. That's fair. But it's Omega Quintana.
Yeah, I heard that Omega got. Hey, did you ever get? By the way, Omega, if you're listening, did you ever fix that issue from this morning? Because I saw it and I was like, dude.
Yeah, I got that notification, and I feel stupid that I got that notification.
Do not, by any chance, click that link if you get it, because that happens to be. And Gladys told me, someone named Matilda. That Cyrillic means Matilda, by the way. Someone named Matilda was sending all these things, but it's just it's one of those ransom hacking groups.
Yeah.
So
I can make another account on there, even if they delete, because they already deleted his thing. So if they hacked into my account, and I might as well just do another freaking goddamn account
Well, thankfully, if anyone gets a link,
Yeah.
this is our public service announcement.
Don't click it. If you get it from me, don't click it.
If you get an invite from a page called Beast Packing or anything like that, do not, under any circumstance, click it because that's going to be you're gonna get hacked.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to one of our viewers right now. Unfortunately, he got hacked, and when I tried to send a message, it blocked me.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Oh.
they hacked into. They probably already got mine, so I'm gonna just go ahead and.
No. If you didn't click the link, if you didn't join the group, you're good.
Well, I did.
That's
Luckily, I removed myself from it.
all right. That's fair. That's
And
good
they
enough.
haven't. And they haven't
Like to
even
pull it.
hacked into my account yet for some weird reason.
That's because you didn't. That's because they didn't. Honestly, these fucking bots, man.
I know it happens. Like I can understand that people are upset about this because it is because that was his account. I don't know why they're doing this to him. And it's like, okay, so you're just trying to start a war with somebody that you don't know about, and I'm just trying to approach this in a nicer way possible. And it's sad that this happened. So I'm to leave him alone. Because it's basically just a mecha. It's just basically just old mecha shows that we liked. That's what it is.
You know what I've been watching recently? I've been watching these recap channels with all these series shows.
Same as I did. I did get the mystery recap and other ones. Like they try to give out
Those guys.
Yeah. Like mystery recap, and they had like the robot voices.
Yeah, and then you had the other people like narrating other movies, and
Yeah.
I found some pretty interesting post-apocalyptic series like the 100 being one of them.
Yeah. I remember the 100. I seen it.
And there was also a Japanese movie about a solo thread of white electricity for 2 years called Survival Family.
Yeah.
Which, you know what? Maybe it's probably on Netflix, but I do want to.
There's a
check it
lot
out.
of
That'd be
movies I
cool.
want to check out. There's like this one film that I saw that was like, maybe I should check that movie out because
Some of these I remember, and some of these I do remember. Like for example, Ghost Ship. My brother rented it. Shallow Hell. That was another one.
Yeah.
The Animal by Rob Schneider's The Animal. Hell,
Yeah,
they did The Animal. They did The Animal.
I remember that one. That was actually hilarious.
I'll be honest, the chick was cute though.
Did you see the tractor goth chick?
Oh my god. Me and a couple of friends were talking about how I had never seen anything like this. I didn't even know. I mean, the tractor gotcha. I mean, I know someone out there in the U.S. who's a truck driver. She's actually a god.
Yeah, and
She's a truck driver.
She was driving a John Deere tractor, which is basically one of I forgot what the harvesters.
Yeah, it's the combines.
Yeah.
There's an interesting.
Oh, did you hear that PS5 got hacked?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the full message of what happened.
Let me look it up because there's this guy that reported it. It's Spawn Wave Plus.
Recently, and for no reason
Let
at
me
all,
play
I
his-
asked Mint Mobile's
Thing because he basically talked about it. So let's see what he has to say. because this is kind of interesting.
Legal team, if big wireless companies are allowed.
So when a brand new system comes out, there seems to be a race behind the scenes to see how long it takes to open up or hack the system. We've seen this with things like the Switch. That got opened up very quickly to the point where Nintendo had to react and change up the chip and plug some holes for security that was with the X1. But most recently, we've seen this with the PlayStation 5. And it looks like Sony actually paid out some pretty good money to fix a serious issue with the system that had to do with the Blu-ray drive. Guys, if you enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like button. Helps out a ton. And if you're new here to the Spawnwave Plus channel, make sure you're subscribed down below.
What did they do?
Let's head over here. This was posted up by News Beezer, and it was following Andy Nguyen as The Flow, where we had kind of talked about this before.
Oh, The Flow guys.
He posted up an image of kind of the settings for the PlayStation 5 menu showing debug settings. And that's not something you would normally have access to. It's something that developers would, but not for like a retail PlayStation 5. Of course, this image alluding to the idea that they have indeed been able to open up the system through
they
some
got
sort
access
of
to the
means,
debug
whether
on-
it's an
on,
exploit for security around the device. And now we kind of know how this was done. It's pretty obvious why The Flow or Andy was being vague about this, because he was working in the background to exploit the system, open it up, and then actually participate through HackerOne to talk with Sony and collect a bounty, which it appears he was able to do that. So after all of this went down, we had it submitted to HackerOne, and in fact there's an entire video on YouTube that I'll link to in the description where Andy is there at like a podium and like a PowerPoint next to him going through all the steps, how he figured this out. But it does indeed come down to the Blu-ray drive and something that Sony must have missed, or a vulnerability with the system able to read JavaScript from a disc. So in essence, if you have a Blu-ray disc that you can burn code to that's written in JavaScript, the system will indeed read it, and you're able to cause issues with exploits that then open the system up. And if you go through here, this was actually submitted June 10th. We found out about this kind of recently in the last
June
week
10th.
or so, because it, of course, takes time behind the scenes.
Okay, so it basically got exploited by the so let's see what this guy did with so this
hey
happened
everyone,
in June.
Welcome to my presentation about BDJB. My name is Andy Nguyen, also known as The Flow in social media.
All right, I'm going to skip
And
a couple
today I'm going
things.
to talk has a lot of native functions. However, that requires a lot of reverse
Okay,
engineering.
search memory corruption bugs.
And finally,
CC+,
for Java
and
classes,
mostly
we can
engineering
search for Java privilege escalation is
Java.
called. And since the payload class loader implements a serializable file interface, with our primitive, we can now call
All
a
right,
list
dumping
with all
files.
permissions.
Okay, so basically he had a Blu-ray disc and he basically inserted a Java code into the Blu-ray disc and basically exploited the Blu-ray and hacked the PlayStation and accessed the debug menu on the PlayStation retail version, not the developer version. And he basically disabling security manager, and he basically just put out code for Java, and it read the whole thing, and it basically caused it to basically ran code into it.
Oh, so he overrode the
Color
code.
exploit might not be
Yeah,
as reliable.
he overrode the code
Let's
on the
hope it will work.
PlayStation because it read the code on the Blu-ray disc.
Or maybe we'll just panic.
And he's showing
Yeah,
he's
like
showing
it's
it right
just
now, and
panicking.
I'm looking at this right now.
Let's try it again.
So he's messing with the code and everything, putting it into the Blu-ray, installing the code, and it's loading up the
See the notification
the
again.
parameters.
We also say hacked planet at hardware.io.
There's
Yes. So
I did hear
we were able to win
something
the race. So as a spoiler,
that
as a
happened in
race
Puerto Rico a
mission,
couple of days
vulnerability
ago
that we
regarding
exploited.
but it was
And we were able
more
to get redefined primitives.
about a hacking situation with money accounts.
Yeah. Like people getting their accounts being like unnecessary spending that you didn't spend on. I've been getting that too.
I have. Hmm. Man, I don't know if I don't know if I remember the I did get tracked once though.
Yeah.
I did get tracked a couple of years ago because this dude was just hell bent on calling people, the cops on people. Like the guy was about to call me the cops. This dude was about to call the cops on me and everything. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
What
I
did
thought
they
that shit.
do?
That shit was illegal. I thought that shit was illegal.
Yeah, but he did it anyways.
Well,
Okay.
thankfully, I didn't get swatted. So
Yeah, because he didn't call. He called the cops. Okay, here's some other news I'm going to go ahead and get into because this is something that I'm surprised no one talked about in the anime news community. Like IG Production appointed George Wada, the new president and CEO of IG Productions. Production IG announced on Saturday that the studio plans to promote Executive Vice President George Wada, pictured on the right, to be president and CEO. The current CEO of Mishimui Akawa will become the studio chairman on the board. This is like Anime News Network, by the way. This is where I'm getting the source.
oh, okay. So Mitsuhisa Ishikawa,
Yeah,
George Wada. Okay. So this guy used to be from Tatsunoko.
yeah, Tatsunoko. After college, and co-founded the IG production, the first IG Tatsunoko with Tatsuyuka Goto in December 1987. The company was renamed to Production IG in 1993. Akawa also serves as president and CEO of IG Port, a parent company of the animation studio Production IG. Wit Studio and Signal MD published Mag Garden. Ichikawa will continue to serve in the role of the change. Wada joined IG Productions in 2005 and appointed president of Wit Studio in 2012. He also appointed.
I legit didn't know that. I legit didn't know that Production IG was the parent company of Studio Wit because they've been on a roll as of recently.
Yeah. So the president of Wit, alongside the position of production IG executive vice president, will continue to serve as president Wit Studio after the new IG role changes in August.
Dude, they've been on a fucking roll this year because of not only the final season of Attack on Titan, but also Spy Family and also
Because
Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, everyone's waiting for that to come out. Chainsaw, because I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, in the case of Spy Family, the final, okay, this is more of a rant, but this whole part 1, part 2, season 1 thing is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
It really is.
Okay, so they do have Osama ranking, the King's ranking.
Ranking of the Kings. Yeah,
ranking of the Kings.
And they also have.
Let's see what else. Mokotoshi no Yome Hunshi is like I think that was a very popular anime, and that was called The Ancient Manga's Bride of Those Awaiting the Star.
Oh,
I haven't
there
s-
was one more thing I forgot. There was one more thing I forgot to add. The second, they're gonna be doing the second season of Vinland Saga.
Hmm.
Yeah, since they already did the first one. Well, they actually confirmed there's gonna be a second season of Vinland Saga, and frankly,
Let's see.
uh, is more like my thoughts of the show are basically Ashalad did nothing wrong. Uh,
No.
no, let's be honest. That man is that guy was the secondary primary character in comparison to Thorfinn, who was
Yeah.
the main character. But he really didn't do much. Although I'll give you that the Viking was actually the best dude in there.
Let's see. Overlord is getting another season.
Yeah, season 5, dude. All right, I
Yeah.
called it quits. I called it quits past season 2.
Oh, jeez.
I was done. I was fucking done.
And there's gonna be another isekai with a harem in it.
Business
It's
as
called
usual.
Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World.
Business as usual, my man. Business as usual.
Yeah. They're doing that, and also the Ruby anime. I checked it out. The Ruby anime. I would say it's no. Because I watched it. I watched Ruby the Ice Queendom. And I would say this. I did watch all 3 episodes of it. Of it. But I don't know if it's like completed yet because they only showed like an hour special, which is like 3 episodes in advance. And after watching it, go ahead.
I did read this. It's a fucking shit show.
It's not perfect in animation, but I will say this: it's no Studio Trigger.
Honestly, since I'm not a fan of Ruby, I'm not missing out on anything.
Yeah, it's not a perfect anime in a sense, but let me see what else is there. Oh, I seen this one. It's called Isekai Ososen, or I think it was like the uncle for, like an uncle from another world.
Mm.
I thought it was kind of funny. Like it's basically an uncle that is in an isekai, and he's like a creepy uncle.
Oh, so they did
Ojo-san.
you know what I want to see. I want to see an isekai with the ugly bastard or ugly hentai bastard.
Yeah, it sort of is an ugly hentai bastard. But he's like it's kind of funny, like it's hilarious. He also has a catch. Okay, so the story's basically this: 17 years ago, Tafume's uncle fell into a coma, but now he's back like a man risen from the grave. Soon, Takumi discovers 2 bizarre things: his uncle's treasure video games above all else. White comatose, he's actually transported to another world as some heroic guardian. Now, not only does Takumi have to room with an uncle who is literally magical, he also has to catch the guy up on 2 decades of histories: smartphone, high-speed internet, and modern anime tropes. The traumatic outcome of the 90s council.
Oh,
Oh god, this is so funny. Yeah, your uncle's in an isekai. Okay, it's basically isekai. Oji-san in another world, uncle from another world. It's basically a comedy.
I do. Well, if there's something I want to check out, that would be. That one's been on hold for a while, but I want to check out Cautious Hero. If we're talking
Cautious
isekai. Cautious. Yeah, cautious hero. That's basically that's the one. That's the one where the main character is like really fucking paranoid, and his goddess helper is basically she's actually like Aqua from Konosuba, except that she's actually useful compared to
Others.
no, she is useful compared to Aqua. Yeah, she's actually. Let's see. What do I know about the Ruby anime? Outside the fact that Saori Hayami not only does the singing for the theme song, she's also the voice of Ruby.
Let me see. Let me see. What is this? The Luminous Witch. Oh, they're getting another season for Orient.
Never heard of it. So.
Orient's basically a bunch of demon hunters. They basically live in a city, and what happened was the kids. What happened was the kid is basically wanting to become one, but instead of being a what you would call it, I forgot what it's called, an Ashimama Goten Battle of the. Okay.
JT,
JT,
keep going because I'm getting the call. So I'll see you in 1 hour, or at least more than 1 hour.
Well, I'll explain what it is. The Orient's basically just a kid basically fighting demons with a samurai sword. And it's basically a kid basically he didn't want to become a miner, and he discovered that these miners are being slaves to the demon lords, and basically the demon lords didn't want basically the city made an agreement with the demon lords. If we spare you slaves, we'll let you have it. But from what I understand, the series is basically pretty interesting, though. I actually watched it. It's actually a really good series, but sadly, not many people care about this anime because it's not really popular per se. It's kind of like an MMO isekai type of storyline where basically the kid wants to become a demon slayer. That's basically what it is. It's like another version of Demon Slayer, except they live in a city, and basically the kid basically gets out of the city and adventures off to become a Musashi, as they call it. So that's pretty much the storyline to that anime, and I'm sorry if I couldn't really get into that whole thing, but that's pretty much what it is. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue on. I know that most people are talking about this, and it's not something I could explain very well, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, God. Based on your likes, yeah, I'll look at idols. Yeah, well, there's a lot of idols that are cute, and there are some guava idols that are really cute. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and continue. Let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get into this because I know that most people are going to get into this, and I want to go ahead and talk about this because, yeah, very important, please. Relations with Elise last tweet, I made an impersonator hacker used my likeness or an account message people weird ass shit to my friends. This is shit made me fueled and angry as a result of the purge and Discord presence altogether. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this because this is something that needs to be addressed, because I'm going to go ahead and explain this to everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and look into this. because this is something I'm going to go look up. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this because this is hilariously funny. You probably heard about the Radio Shack coming back. Radio Shack is deleting a bunch of Twitter stuff. In case you're wondering, I actually am surprised by this because Radio Shack had been deleting a lot of tweets that they said, and I thought it was kind of funny that they are basically deleting a bunch of stuff on Twitter. Didn't really have a choice here. Retweet if you punch the shit out of pedophiles. This is what happened. They uploaded this, and suddenly they deleted that for some weird reason. And it was supposed to be the Wendy's thing. Last Night was the movie that went. And I thought it was kind of funny too, because it was like ridiculous, like that's what happened. Imply running a train with an underage Wendy's, darling, and they deleted that for some weird reason. And I got that notification, and it's like on my end, it's deleted for some weird reason. And it was deleted. And then now they brought it back. Like, it was kind of strange, though. Like, they're deleting a lot of strange stuff because I thought it was kind of funny. So now they're doing that. And right now they're deleting a lot of tweets that they've been avoiding to say, but they did it anyway, like, especially the one about the vibrator. How many retweets for a lifetime load of AA vibrator batteries? 1 million. That's funny. Yeah, NFT NYC after party was lit. Explains why I'm single and also haha get ratioed. And he's like making fun of CoffeeZilla. Like, no joke. Like, he's making fun of CoffeeZilla because of the whole scam, like accusing Radio Shack as a scam. But for those who don't know, Ty Lopez is the owner of Radio Shack. Basically investing into it. Like, Radio Shack is now a crypto swap trends over profane tweets. And yeah, and I'm gonna say this right now, Radio Shack has returned, but it's not the same Radio Shack that we all grew up with back in the early days. Because I know Radio Shack, for those who don't know, is a store that basically sells like tech equipment, but it's not also tech equipment. It also sells like electronic stuff. Like they do sell electronic stuff. Like, no joke. This is Radio Shack right now. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Let me see if I can get on pools, swap. Like, no joke. It's like, it's trying to become a trade space, but it's also a store. And I'm actually surprised by this because Radio Shack is a store. Let me go ahead and go to the Radio Shack store because I know they have a Radio Shack collection. Radio Shack, like right now, this is Radio Shack right now, and they're trying to sell Radio Shack stuff. Radio Shack's back, and they are like do it yourself hobbies, capacitors. They've been known to sell like technical equipment for chips, electronic chips, and everything. Like, this is what they were known for back in the days. If you had a broken down radio, they have the parts to fix it, and you could do it yourself. and a lot of electronic equipment, TVs, you name it. Like even their business model was okay back in the days, but when they started doing the whole expensive phone thing, a lot of people hated their business model because they became like a little bit more shady with their business model. I didn't like their business model, especially the phone thing, especially when they were selling phones. But let me see, chemicals, solder flux, do they have that? Yeah, they do. I wonder if they got the soldering irons. Oh, they do have the soldering irons. They got the old school soldering generation irons. Even the display holder, that's cool. Yeah, this is pretty much what Radio Shack was. Although now they're not gonna be like already they're like owned by Ty Lopez because of the fact that Ty Lopez actually has all these stores like Pier 1. I'm surprised Pier 1 and Dress Barn. I remember Dress Barn. I know Pier 1 because my mom likes to go to Pier 1. And it's pretty much an old store that basically sells electronic equipment and it's like a brick and mortar, but they're no longer a brick and mortar, considering that Radio Shack is not really as huge as you would expect it to be. Now they're just going to be an online store for now. That's what they're doing right now. And that's pretty much what they're doing, and it's a big surprise that they're doing this. But, uh-oh. Radio Shack is doing this. Okay, based on what I liked. Okay, I guess I better go ahead and show you guys what I liked. It seems like Twitter is making me do this. Like, based on based on my likes. Okay, so they're going by, okay, so Shaq, I guess Jay Brown. Based on my likes. Yes, I admit I do like cute things, but Jesus Christ, you gotta go that far. Yes, I like cute things, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and by the way, this is another thing that happened. In case you guys didn't notice, Candyman Can, Sam Hyde is now part owner of Happy Punch. I don't know what Happy Punch is, but I gotta look it up. Let me go look up Happy Punch here. Happy Punch Twitter, Happy Punch Instagram, Happy Punch Happy Punch Clips. Happy Punch, let me see if they have Happy Punch YouTube. Let me look it up.
Hey-oh! New York! Tommy, where the fuck you at? We're in New York City. Supposed to have the press conference today. Shit, I'm still getting my miles in. While you're making excuses. Get to the embassy and go get your fucking visa. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out August 6th.
Heh. Tommy explains why he can't fight Jake Paul. So he's trying to become like... Happy Punch is trying to become like Barstool Sports. I can see what they're doing here. I can see what the content is. It's basically like another version of Barstool Sports. Like on social media, they always like anything like that. Happy Punch is kind of like Barstool Sports. basically influencers on YouTube. So they're basically trying to convince people to fight on YouTube, which is kind of funny. So they're trying to do another version of the Clash of the Creators, but instead of it's the famous ones, not the mid-tier ones like they used to do. So as far as I know, this is pretty much what you would expect. This is kind of this is kind of like Barstool in a way. For those who don't know what Barstool Sports is, like, I'll show you. Like, I do like Barstool Sports because they always have some interesting posts. And this is what they're kind of like another version of like they're like another version of like you can see right here, they're like another version of even though they're selling merchandise like pizza, that's what they're known for. That's what Barstool Sports is. Like, this is what they're doing. This is what they're trying to attempt to do. And it's hilarious that they always post like like they're kind of like hip hop superstar, like hip hop world superstar. Let me see what I got. Let me see what likes I got. Oh, yeah, another like on that TikTok video I uploaded. For those that don't know, I actually have a TikTok account. I basically make absurd conspiracies. That's pretty much what I do. That's pretty much what I do. Like, make conspiracies up the cup, and then I'll show you what one of my videos is. And this is actually me. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys.
Back into
yeah, I can't really play that one, so I'll show you the
to people. Don't let me give some advice to people. Don't let the N-word have power over you just because someone says it, or else it will destroy the universe.
Yeah, and there was also another one that I did. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this is me. And it's like... like, this is another one that I did. I thought it was kind of funny because I was at Walmart. And I saw this picture. And I thought it was kind of funny. The founder of Walmart was like sitting next to the face looked kind of off, and you looked at it, it's like it almost looks like a humanoid cat woman or something like that. And it was like a lot of people were like surprised by that when I posted that on TikTok. And it's like, basically I do a lot of absurd conspiracy theories. That's what I do for fun, and a lot of people don't realize it's just all satire and everything. So you have to keep this in mind. That's what happened. Like, I made some really funny ones, like this one, for example.
Many people believe in a conspiracy in New York City that if you don't wash your balls or take a shower, you might get the coronavirus.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. That's just it's Conspiracies in the Dark. If you want to check out more like absurd conspiracy theories that I make, you can check it out on there on TikTok, because I do it as a hobby. And yeah, that's my face. Don't wear it out. I'm pretty old, so yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much what I do for fun. I don't really care if people think of me as that person. I just do it as a joke. And I know most people don't really think of it as that. So anyways, that's pretty much what I do for fun. And that's kind of what I talk about. There's a lot of animes that I like, and especially old animes I like. Recently, I just talked about some animes, and I actually uploaded some animes as well. And that's kind of what I do for fun. And I can't believe that Sam Hyde is the co-owner of Happy Punch, which is basically it's basically a social media news hub. That's basically what it is. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to be like world hip hop star. So that's pretty much what you would expect from them. And yeah, I'm kind of laughing at this because Sam Hyde is trying to get into combat sports. It's kind of hilarious that he's trying to I think he wants to challenge his buddy, and I can't help but laugh at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and follow this because this is kind of hilariously funny to see him do this, especially trying to promote his fights. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor in talks of a potential 9-figure match. I would like to see 9-figure matches like that if I could make that type of money, but that's not going to happen because I'm too old for that shit. But I would love to do a match or two if I train right. So let's see what are we gonna do here? Oh boy, they finally did it. Someone finally showed a model kit of it. Mobile Suit Gundam Igloo. That's from that anime. That's actually pretty good. Like the person just printed. Did he print this or did he just? That's pretty cool. I gotta admit, that is a pretty good design that this person did. And this is from Mobile Suit Igloo from Zeon. This is like the side story of Zeon's perspective of the war. And I thought it was a really good anime. Let's see. Summer Expo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at this stuff. And that's a Jagan right there. That's actually pretty good though. That Jagan's actually really nice. Now that Zaku with the machine gun is actually pretty good. Let's see, what is this one? That could work. Okay, so it does have a... Oh, that's really cool. Really nice accessories right there, man. But it almost looks like it's using the head of a Golf, and it has an axe, and it has like a two different versions of them. Man, I'm a little bit kind of like, that's actually a really cool design right there. I gotta admit, that's actually a really good design. Let's see, what is this one? That's the Gelgu, but it looks like it's a custom, but partially built Gelgu. That's a heavily... Oh, that's from... Oh, shit. Heavy Metal Elgram? No way. That's actually a pretty nicely designed one. Did he restore that? Okay, what's the best kit will be used to tag it? Yeah, he restored it because there's like two versions of this. Zeon. And that's the Zaku Kai, right? Yeah, but it doesn't... No, that's not the Zaku Kai. That's the Zaku... Because there's like two different versions of it. This is Zaku 2, but it's a Zaku 2 Kai and a Zaku 2. Like, that's pretty cool though. I gotta admit, this is some really good Gunpla here. And I'm just like looking at it going like, this is impressive. I'm sorry if I'm boring the hell out of you guys on this live stream, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm kind of surprised by, and it's like, that's actually pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of Gunpla online that I'm just looking at going like, okay, that's actually cool. I would like to buy that. Okay, Butthurt by Genshin implies fictional place where Sonora isn't made entirely of dark-skinned people, likely headcanon to begin with. And I'm just going to go ahead and get into this because I know that people were talking about the Genshin Impact thing. I'm just going to say this right now. Not all have dark-skinned complexions. There are some light-skinned women that are like that in Arab countries, and I've seen some of them before. And I'm not saying that all of them look like you would expect. Holy crap, he got Oh My Goddess manga from Dark Horse? Jesus Christ. Motherfucker. Okay. So we kind of went to Overboard during a 50-cent yard sale. So you got some really good comic books. Damn lucky you got the Oh My Goddess manga published comic books, that lucky bastard. Peach and Meow are okay, so they're making a Disshonen. Is this a Disshonen? Yeah, so the the Anime Expo, I'm kind of a little bit skeptical about because of the fact that they're just gonna like, okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. It's kind of funny. Like, this is kind of the e-girl stuff, and it's like, I thought it was kind of funny, like, Miaru is kind of going into AX. She's going to be appearing there for the not safe for work content. And I wonder if this is like a Disshonen or something. If it is, I'm going to laugh with Peach Jars. And it's like, Peach Jars is going to be going there to Anime Expo. But I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. This is going to be funny as hell to see what happens, because I would like to check out a lot of the stuff that happens. So here we go. Anyways, that's what's going on. Why are they doing that? Alright, I guess I better go ahead and go to Sekinku Complex, because I know they got some, like, they always go full-blown hip-hop on this. Persona Royale. Tifa Lockhart squeezes into a cami outfit. Goddess of Victory, Nike boasting jiggly bottoms. Jeez. Let me go ahead and get into this, because Georgia's shooting breaks out over disastrous and inexcusable mistake. So, critical ambassador after calling attention to translation during lolicon into pedophile. Let's see, Sekinku Complex. Netflix bastard anime opening sequence, both diabolical and erotic. Might just do that. Might just check it out. Oh yeah, it's that phone app game that everyone likes. Might check it out. Don't know. I'm just kind of a little bit bored. I'm a little bit disappointed in this right now. Because right now there's not much to talk about. There's a lot. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, people are talking about F91. Jesus Christ. I'm just thinking about something as I'm trying to look up some stuff. In case you're looking at this, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the meme. What do you mean there's a lack of evidence? The Klaus clearly said she was dead ass. Oh yeah, that was the movie that they did. They're making fun of this. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're making fun of it. They're making fun of this stuff. Like, oh my God. It's just... Yes, any cosplayer wants to do this as a joke, I'll show you. I'm going to show you to every cosplayer out there. Since this is trending on Twitter, please do this. Pose like that. Use the clown makeup and everything. And do that. I'm pretty sure there's going to be someone that will do this. Trust me. I know the cosplay girl, the e-girl community will do this. They will overcome even by the fact that they will do this. It'll be funny as hell to see that happen. Because they're gonna attempt to do this in the process of making money. Oh yeah, I forgot. I wish I could see this movie because it would be interesting to watch this. Macross Frontier Wings of Farewell is coming out, but they're also premiering it in theaters. I might check it out if I get the chance to. I would buy tickets, but let's see if I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. I'm not going to show you where I live because I know that people are going to just try to... Let's see, the mall... Let me see, 98503... Alright, let me go ahead and look it up. Let's see. So it will come out subtitle. Okay, so it'll be at 7 p.m., but that's when I get off at work, and that's gonna suck for me. I won't be able to watch that film because I gotta get off at work at 7 tomorrow. Would like to watch this film, but unfortunately, I got work the next day after that, and it's actually so the Macross film, the theatrical version of Sayonara, which is what it's called in the original Japanese. Sayonara, Farewell, Wings of Farewell is kind of what it is, but I forgot how to pronounce it in Japanese, which is like Macross Frontier, Sayonara, if that's how you... Sayonara Wings. But as far as I know, I'm gonna go ahead and look into this because a lot of people don't realize that they're premiering 2 movies. They already did Macross Frontier, False Songstress, and Wings of Farewell is the last one that they're gonna be premiering. They already redid. I might be interested in because right now. Anime Expo, they're premiering Macross Plus Movie Edition. I know it's an Opus series as well. The panel will include a sneak peek at Macross Delta Zeta Live, which I'm interested in watching because I do like Macross, and I do tend to check out, even though I didn't like Macross Delta, because the storyline was okay, but it was okay for a while. But not many people are into that storyline, into that series, because it's kind of a difficult series to begin with. So Megumi Nakamaji, Ranka Lee. So Ranka Lee is going to be doing a music video section, and I'm kind of excited about this because it's actually a really good anime. So as far as I would love to watch these films, I might just buy them on Blu-ray or DVD whenever I get the chance to, if I have the money. Because I know that they're going to appear this in June. As far as I know, this is pretty much it. So anyways, I'm going to probably have to go and get off because this is kind of the news right now. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be interesting because I'm going to go ahead and check it out. If anything, check out your local movie theater if it's going to premiere tomorrow. Hopefully you can check it out, the Macross Frontier movie, and I hopefully get to check out that Anime Expo thing that they'll probably live stream. So anyways, you guys take care. I'm going to get out of here and go. Bye-bye. Because this is in.